Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
It's hard enough having to be in dorms and afraid to tell your roommate that you're gay.
A group of college students are in uproar, saying the school is trying to shut down their space they go to feel safe. Thanks for joining us tonight. Major renovation at MSUM is about to begin, and some students are speaking out. The university has plans to combine student groups together in one area. But members from the LGBTQ and women's centers say the university is going to take away what they call their safe place on campus. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson reports.
I wasn't able to come out until I met these people in here that gave me the confidence. And now I'm out, I'm getting married in a year and a half, and I never would have been where I'm at. I discovered myself in these rooms, and if I saw them go, it would be honestly heart-wrenching.
MSUM senior Yolanda Nelson comes here along with dozens of other students to get away from people she says are less than supportive.
We already have society that has everybody together. We want a place where it separates us a little bit, where we can just have that safe space, because it won't be safe anymore. With transphobia, with LGBT, any phobia.
Right now, campus groups meet in several buildings. Now the university is moving forward with the Mosaic Center, meant to bring the groups together.
When we call them a safe space, it implies that the rest of campus isn't safe. And that's not okay.
The Mosaic Center design is done, but the school says they're willing to speak with groups who feel they need additional spaces.
I do recognize that different affinity groups, different cultural groups do like to have, do need their own areas so they can gather as a smaller community within our greater community.
It's still up in the air if the Women's Center and the LGBTQ Center will stay the same, but students say they aren't going down without a fight.
It's hard being a lesbian in this area is definitely challenging. I know it could be worse other places, but it still doesn't make it right that how bad it is now.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Students have created a petition to keep the women's and LGBTQ centers separate. You can find it on their Twitter hashtag Spaces in Solidarity or on Facebook. It has been absolutely beautiful in the valley today out there. Tons of sunshine and temps in the 70s in some areas. Let's see if the heat wave is going to continue tonight. Hutch?
Indeed it will. Now the wind is picking up once again. Now we've dealt with some very gusty winds the past several days, and today seemed like a break with gusts only to 33 miles per hour. Imagine saying that. That's windy enough. The wind does increase as we go through the evening. We still have a red flag warning for much of the valley for this evening until 9 o'clock. 80 right now in Fargo, Moorhead, 78. Jamestown, Gwinner at 79, up to the north 70, Devil's Lake. And look at the temperature difference. If you're in War Road, you may want to head south for the day and warm things up. It's 70 in Roseau. Fargo's planner for tonight, dropping through those 70s pretty quickly after sunset into the 60s, and it will be breezy all evening with gusts over 25 to 35 miles per hour. I'll have details on a very windy forecast. That fire danger remains high, and it's Severe Weather Awareness Week. We'll talk more about that in a moment.
80 degrees.
It's 80. It's hot in here. Is it hot?
It's warm. We need to get outside and go tanning.
All right.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Well, Pierre Collins has officially been charged with murder after his son's body was found in the Mississippi River in the North Minneapolis area over the weekend. The Minneapolis Hennepin County attorney is charging Collins with second-degree murder with intent, but not premeditated. A judge has set bail at $2 million. One person is dead after a rail yard incident in Omaha, Nebraska this afternoon. Witnesses there reported an explosion and flames shooting in the air. Radio traffic indicates firefighters were airing out the structure until gas levels were safe enough to enter. GE Rail is the company listed on the address of the incident. If you'd like to read GE's statement, we have the full story for you on valleynewslive.com. And closer to home, train traffic isn't just slowing down your commute. It's slowing down emergency response times. That's according to a new study by the Moorhead Fire Department. KFGO News is reporting they have a 68-page report which says downtown railroad crossings are impassable to emergency crews for up to 6 hours every day. Moorhead Fire Chief Rich Dyson says the department could only make response times in 2 out of 10 calls. Dyson says trains cause about 100 blockages in Moorhead every day. And Valley News Team's Bradford Eric is investigating what changes emergency responders plan to make. See his story tonight on Valley News Live at 6. We have some new developments now. More support's pouring in after students tried to start a pro-life club at their school. Congressman Tim Husselkamp reached out to the students, sending a letter of encouragement. We asked Fargo Public Schools for the complete list of student clubs and organizations at both North and Davies. So far, the school district has not honored our requests. Pre-K potentially impacts thousands of children and their parents and families in our area. And lawmakers in both North Dakota and Minnesota are debating it, whether to support it, and if they do, how to pay for it all. Minnesota's Lieutenant Governor Tina Smith made a stop in Moorhead today, shining light on pre-K. The governor's budget calls for spending nearly $700 million for publicly funded pre-K. And Smith says they continue to see mounting evidence pre-K works, particularly when focused on the specific needs of these very young children.
Kids that have an opportunity for a high-quality preschool experience go into kindergarten knowing kind of the ropes, knowing what to do, they're ready to learn, and then it means by the time they get to first grade, they're kind of off to the races.
Smith also says, though, the Dayton administration and budget proposal are also sensitive to the demands that this new program potentially puts on school districts. Grand Forks is working on a master plan for the future of the city's arts and cultural scene. Planners are hoping that everyone, from kids to adults, will take part in an upcoming event called Imagine Grand Forks. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what it is all about and how you can take part.
When you get to Rapid City, I don't know if people expect to find the culture that exists here.
Our neighbors to the south in Rapid City, South Dakota have made art and culture a big part of their downtown. And now Grand Forks is working on its own master plan of how to integrate much more art and culture onto city streets and into programs for everyone.
But definitely, we have a broad scope in the arts and culture master plan, from activities that are geared toward children and youth to activities that are geared toward adults and other populations.
Planners say the idea behind all this is to not only make Grand Forks an interesting and vibrant place to live, but also make it a destination for tourists. That could mean more music and drama programs for kids and adults, more sculptures in parks and on city streets. It could mean whatever you would like to see in town, because they're asking for your help in creating a master plan at the Imagine Grand Forks event later this month.
Could include what they hope to see with regard to arts and cultural activities, or just a general expectations for the future of Grand Forks.
It's your opportunity to have your opinion shape the future of arts and culture here in Grand Forks. Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
The Imagine Grand Forks event will be held April 28th at Central High, and we have much more information about all of this online. Just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Another financial shot in the arm for Minnesota State University Moorhead and its students. An anonymous donor is giving the school $1.5 million for scholarships. The scholarships are aimed at juniors and seniors, and the winners will be selected based on how they're doing in school and if they need money. As for the person offering the gift, the university will only say it's someone who graduated from Moorhead in the 1970s and wanted to do something to help kids. One business in the Valley is encouraging people to start donating not only items from their home, but also their valuable time. It's National Volunteer Week this week, and Heirlooms is looking for people to help with sales, organizing, and pricing. The secondhand store supports the work of hospice at the Red River Valley. Hospice also is looking for people to do office filing and patient visiting, all of which they say can be very gratifying.
It's very rewarding. We hear that time and time again from volunteers, and we know that they're priceless, and I hope that they feel that too when they're out there and visiting with the patients.
Well, tonight Heirlooms is holding their first DIY night. Demos will be done to show how you can spice up old items in your home by yourself. The free event starts at 7 p.m. Still ahead for us tonight, if you've got weddings to go to this year, why, you're going to be shelling out some more to attend those nuptials.
And in weather, we have some dry conditions. The fire danger continues, and we'll talk about severe weather safety in the summertime.